I moved into the old Victorian house for its charm, but the basement door was different. It felt wrong, like it was hiding something sinister. The door was thick, made of dark wood with iron hinges, and always seemed to be colder than the rest of the house. There was a heavy iron latch on the outside, as if someone had been more concerned with keeping something in rather than preventing anyone from getting in. For the first few weeks, I ignored it. The house was old, and old houses had quirks, right? But that door gnawed at the back of my mind, a constant, unsettling presence. At night, I could hear faint noises, scratching, like nails on wood, and a low, almost inaudible murmur, as if something behind the door was whispering to itself. One night, the scratching grew louder, more frantic, until it was impossible to ignore. My curiosity, or perhaps something darker, compelled me to investigate. Grabbing a flashlight, I approached the door. My hand trembled as I reached for the latch, but the moment I touched it, the noises stopped. The silence was suffocating, and the air around me felt heavy. I hesitated, but then slowly lifted the latch. The door creaked open just a crack, releasing a cold, damp breath of air that smelled of earth and decay. I shone the flashlight into the darkness, but the beam was swallowed by the inky blackness. The stairs leading down seemed endless, disappearing into a void that felt far deeper than the basement should have been. Then I heard it. A faint, desperate whisper from below. "Help!" My blood ran cold. The voice was so weak, so human. Against every instinct screaming at me to run, I stepped onto the top stair. The wood creaked under my weight, and the cold intensified, seeping into my bones. "Help me!" The voice pleaded again, closer this time, echoing off the walls. I took another step, and another, each one filling me with dread. The whispers multiplied, turning into a chorus of voices, all blending together in a tortured, desperate cry. "Help us! Please!" Panic surged through me. I turned to race back up the stairs, but just as I reached the top, the door slammed shut with a deafening crash. The sound echoed through the basement, and the latch clicked into place, trapping me inside. I pounded on the door, screaming for help, but the only response was the voices growing louder, more frantic, filling the darkness around me. Cold, unseen hands clawed at my skin, pulling me down into the depths. As the darkness closed in, the last thing I heard was a whisper, so close it felt like it was inside my mind. "Join us." Then everything went black.